Welcome back. All right, let's take a look at what's making headlines in our newspapers this morning. And we start, of course, with the Business Day. And here's that front page. Business Day this morning leading with NHI bill now in the hands of the President. Now, it's a perilous gamble, says the DA. The National Council of Provinces has passed the National Health Insurance Bill, setting the scene for an intensified pushback from business, healthcare professionals, and of course opposition parties. And only 14.9% of the population can actually afford medical scheme membership, which provides cover for generally high quality private healthcare services, while the rest of the population depends on the overburdened public facilities, which vary widely in their capacity to provide care. And so the DA is saying that the NHI bill is unaffordable, and the ANC has misled the public about what it would achieve. And don't forget, we have that conversation coming up in the next hour. Also, health deans, spending cut to the bone. The deans of South Africa's medical and dental schools have called on Treasury to protect the health sector from further budget cuts, warning that failure to do so will compromise public health services and jeopardize the next generation of specialists. And this as Treasury outlined unprecedented cuts in the medium-term budget on November the 1st, and this, of course, due to higher than expected wage bill increases and also debt servicing costs. On the side there, young voters find coalition politics off-putting. Political parties now face the daunting challenge of winning over young voters who make up a huge and potentially decisive segment of the electorate before next year's elections. And the picture there on top, a picture of Marumo Sasha, who is displayed in front of families and mourners at that memorial service that was held at Impala Platinum in Rustenburg yesterday. Also, Kaya Sitole talking about only a new business model will cure the road accident fund, and Peter Bruce on no chance of the ANC giving way to coalition. Some of the stories that you can actually sink your teeth into in today's Business Day. Moving on, and we go now to the Star. The Star this morning, interesting lead, Greasy sues for 193 million over jail stay. This is, of course, the Bosasa whistleblower, Angelo Greasy, the former Bosasa COO, and he blames officials for the decline in his health. And he's issued summons against the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services in the amount of 193 million, claiming that his ailing health was due to correctional services officials who did not pay attention to his health issues and did not ensure that he received adequate or any treatment while he was in custody. Rand intrigue, heads must roll. This is, of course, ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula addressing the media yesterday at the party's headquarters, Luchuli House. Directors and executives of banks who had manipulated the Rand should face prosecution in their individual capacity for the detriment that they inflicted upon the country's economy. This is what Fikile Mbalula had to say. Also, Mandela would not be proud of the state South Africa is in. That, of course, according to Mavuso Nsimang, who's an ANC veteran who has, of course, resigned from the party. So those some of the stories that you can read. And also plans afoot to repurpose HM Pitche and OD stadiums in Tshwane. Some of the stories the Star goes with this morning. Moving on to the Citizen now. And the Citizen, water crisis will hurt the ANC. And that story, of course, following on, I suppose, neatly from the reports that have been made public. Also, Bulls ready for next week. Moody shoots from the hip, and a few other stories as well on the front page there. And just struggling because, unfortunately, on my electronic copy, it has a huge advertising page over it. So that is some of what you can read in today's Citizen. And finally, just moving on to Sowetan this morning. And let's take a quick look at what they are running with. The Sowetan, a thorn in Mbalula's side. And this, of course, has to do with the Ezulwini and the company owned by KZN Couple says that it has spent 1 million rand on legal fees so far in its fight for repayment, and it won't back down. And Ashni Ramdas, Ezulwini Investment Director, quoted as saying, "The more they fight, the more we will earn." And Malula, in that press briefing yesterday, saying no one will ever liquidate the ANC. Also, Bucks believe they are in the title race, Orlando Pirates that is. Kopanong Mayor defies the ANC, MPs slam Eskom debt relief bill, Kele assistant on 500,000 rand French trip. Bit of an expose there in the Sowetan, and a picture of the Impala Platinum miners, that service that was held yesterday for the 13 miners who lost their lives. So that, of course, is what you can look forward to reading in the newspapers today. And don't forget sabcnews.com, and that, of course, our website, and you can go there to read stories that we cover here on the SABC across all our platforms, and of course also some podcasts that you can listen to from stuff that you may have missed, and radio podcasts also included in that. And feel free to let us know what your thoughts are while you're at it. Well, www.sabcnews.com.